This time I'm doing the pattern which looks like 4 daisy leaves, or I'm not quite certain what you'd call this shape, a sort of diamondy shape with curves. Well, depends how you look at it. And I've set my grid for 10 millimeters because each of these circles has a 20 millimeter diameter, and so the circle fits into a 20 millimeter square. So in other words, I'm using my grid as my graph paper, and I'm going to blow this up the screen a bit. Now it could do with being a little bit bigger, but I don't want to take it too big because I want you to see. And I'm going to use my single run line tool. Now if you've got Digitizer 10,000, or if you've got Digitizer Pro versions 1, 2 or 3, or Mbird, you can do this. Mbird, you have to use more nodes than I have to use. But I put my first node where a vertical and a horizontal line cross just here. And I'm only really using my graphic to remind me what the pattern is I'm making. And I put in my first node. So it needs to be a little, that one needs to be exactly in that square. Then I come up and I put in a right mouse node up on that intersection. Mustn't go above it. And then I come down and I put a left node here where the 4 lines join there. And I drop down into a valley, if you like, and I drop a right node. Oh, why didn't that curve? Left node, fingers are in the wrong place. Right node, left node. There we go, it's curved up. Right node, left node. Right node, left node. Right node, left node. And I continue, right node, left node, right node, left node. Now, I know I've taken it right up to the edge of my sewing field. I enter that. Now, why have I got green? Oh, I know I've got green thread. I was showing my grandson something today. So highlight that, and I'm going to turn it to red. There we go, and click off. Now for the next bit. Now if you've got Digitizer 10,000, or you have DigiPro 1 and 2, what you do is you come up to the top. No, sorry, first of all you go and you highlight that and you tell it copy, then you tell it paste, and I must be in visualizer mode. Yep, I am. And now I've got this dirty great big long jump. How do I get rid of that big long jump? Because I'm pathing this design, I am not going to be using branching. While it's highlighted, I go into Object Reshape. Now I'm using MBX, and MBX is a brilliant program which is going to make this next step a little hard for me to explain to you. In Digitizer 10,000 and DigiPros 1, 2 and 3, your diamond is black, your cross is black. And what you do is you take your diamond and you move it up to where your cross is, and you move your cross back to where your diamond was. Only MBX has done that step for me. So I just put that on top of there. Okay, I tell that stop. I highlight that second one, and I come down onto the bottom toolbar, or wherever yours is, for my flip paddles, and I tell it flip vertically, and I tell it stop, and there is a row of circles, beautiful circles, because you very carefully put your nodes exactly where they have to go. A left node, a right node, a left node, a right node, a left, a right, a left, a right. Okay? Now in DPro version 3, if you don't want to do that bit and move your start and end points, you use backtrack. And backtrack is what I used to do this. So I'm bringing back my graphic. Because now I need another row of circles. First of all, I'm going to highlight my top one, highlight my second one. I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to say to it, Group. Now, digitize the 10,000. I'm not sure if you have group or not. I honestly cannot remember. If you have, use it because it makes the whole thing that much faster. That one, let me just hide that one looks a little bit short on the bottom there. That was the first line. That's the second. I just want to move that node just a little bit. Right, because I want it to be exact. I don't want any untoward little blips. It's not perfectionism, it's so I don't have to do a whole pile of repair work. We bring the image back, and our next row of circles is offset by 10 millimeters. See, there's the edge, but the edge of this one is 10 millimeters to the left. So what we need is we need a connector. At this row you're going to have two connectors. You drop the first node right into the center of that maze. You drop your second node down there. And I'm not going to bother to try and put the curve in yet. And you enter that. And I forgot to change the color again. There we go. That's now entered. Now grab these. You can use copy and paste, or you can use Control D. I'm going to be really idle and I'm going to use Control D. There it is, look. And then use your arrow keys because they give you much greater accuracy. They allow you to move things 1/10 of a millimeter so as you get it right. Now as you're moving it, you'll see there's a black line in the center. Move that until that black line sits on that horizontal cross line. Then use your left mouse key, your left keyboard key, directional key, and move that till that sits right there in that corner. Okay. Tell that stop. Highlight your straight line. Go down to Object Reshape. Put a right mouse click in the center and shunt that up until it disappears onto the line that's already there. And now that jump has gone. You can't see it. It wasn't a jump, it was your connection stitch. Tell that stop. Our next row actually starts over here. So now I need another connector, and I drop that into there. Maggie, you've got to change the color. Okay, I go up and I pick the top pair up, and I do a Control D. Are all those sitting on the line first? Actually, I think they may be a teeny bit low. Control D, and I move those down into position. There's the first 10 millimeter line, there's the second. Just there. And I move that up. Now I highlight that one. I go to Object Reshape. I put a curved node in the center and I move him out. And I tell that stop. And now I've got 4 daisy leaves, or those diamonds. Okay, now I want to just ungroup those two. So tell that ungroup. And then I want to catch that one. Hold down Shift. Catch that one. Go up to Edit and say Group. They're now in. So I've got a row of circles. Then I've got a connector, a row of circles, a connector. Okay, and then a row of circles. And you alternate all the way down the list. and I tell that Control D, and I move him down, and he looks though he's exactly on the line. I don't seem to have any little blips here or here, and I tell that one stop, and then I go up and I fetch the one above it, which is that one, and I tell that one Control D, and I move him down, and I drop him into position here, and each time I tap my key it drops me 1/10 of a millimeter so as I get them exactly on target.